voudrais préciser que je parle sans contrainte et de mon plein gré. Ils ne me font pas de mal, je ne subis aucune violence, ils me traitent bien. Ils me laissent aller au bureau tous les jours et j'ai le droit de prendre l'ascenseur. Je peux participer à des réunions internationales et manger au self le midi ou à leur déjeuner à l'extérieur. Je dispose de réductions variées par l'intermédiaire du CE ainsi que d'une carte orange 3 zones. Ils me donnent un chèque à la fin du mois pour aller dans les magasins afin d'acquérir des biens de consommation avec. Ils me traitent bien, je ne subis aucune violence, ils ne me font pas de mal.
I'm Sydney, and this is my Tech 9.
Hey bros, welcome DBL Live Show. How are you today? Thank you to be here. Here is the summary of the show of today. First we'll talk about my holiday. Yeah, finally, after 15 years of hard work with no single day of rest, I decided, yeah, I deserve it, to take fucking good holidays. Then we will invite Pierre, a French-Russian singer. Quite famous one, he was on TV doing amazing things. He has a beautiful story to share with us. Then we'll talk with the CEO from Tugan Corporation. He's organizing Tugan's Camp. There will be physical camps in France in order to rise up your level in marketing. And we'll finish by DBL News. Welcome. Thank you so much to be here. We have Lucas, Sylvain, Logan, Naro, Cires, Alexander, Antoine, Rudd, Marie, Romain, Michel, Ald, Olivier, Adam, and today we are in public. Yes, and I will explain you why. The OVH server burned. Do you know what is OVH? It's a French company who provides servers. They're good, that's why I took them, okay? And they have one of the data center, a place where they store information, that burned. And this had a lot of consequences on the internet because OVH is a big company actually. They're storing a lot of data, and since the center burned, they had to freeze a lot of other centers just in order to reorganize and save the data. I hope you still follow me. And it's a mess. Many websites are down, and my mailing list is down. I can't write any email to you. So I could not write for the DBL live show. That's why you didn't receive a private email to say, okay, there's the live show today. No. I published on Telegram and I made the live show in public. Otherwise, no one could see it. And same for the next week. After 2 weeks, I will recover the data. This is what OVH say. And until I recover the data, I will make the live public. So this live and the next one I expect. And the next live probably in French. I will tell you later because I have a funny topic to discuss. First thing, before inviting Pierre, I will speak about my holidays. I'm about to go to the mountain and I can't wait to be there. I again did the same trick, which is, okay, I go for holiday, okay, I will relax, there will be snow, snowboards, girls, it will be great. Okay, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going alone. I'm going with few of my guys, and they are very high level in some topics. For example, one of them is a very high level developer. One other is very high level in crypto money. And it's perfect because My next projects are about crypto development. So you see, I will have some fun, I will have some rest, but at the restaurant or in the cabin, the teleski, when I will just wait, sitting with my bros, we will have some very productive talk. Okay, it will bring me a lot of valuable information, and I wish you to take holidays with your bros, first because it feels better, but with useful bros that will bring you value in each little conversation. That's what I'm about to do. This is what I did last year. I went for holiday for snowboard with Tugan. Just imagine the number of good advices he gave me. You eat at the restaurant with Tugan, even if you pay at the end, still, you made a lot of money. Just by listening to his voice, you understand marketing is magic. So, that's quite it for my holiday. No, some more. I'm tired. I have to share with you, I'm tired. I don't know if you can see, for example, on my lips, I have some reaction, it's some herpes. This is because of the stress. Few days a week, I wake up in the middle of the night because of the stress. I start to feel it. I come to this point of pressure. I'm burned. I work too much. The mix between DBL, and you don't know, but I'm working a lot on Frog Tech, and it's a big challenge. Plus, I have some personal life and personal business that I don't share. Obviously, I don't have only public businesses. I have some private ones. They also bring some challenges. It's always that. Business is a fight, so I'm fighting on so many sides at the very same time. And even if I try to centralize everything around DBL, I need to optimize that, and I will. When I will be back from holiday, I will very fast restructure the way DBL works, because for now it depends too much on me. I have to feed DBL with my life force, okay? I'm bleeding, guys, okay? You, my brothers, you're sucking my blood. It's okay, I give it to you with love, just like Jesus. But at one point, I have to say, okay, I will keep some blood for myself, and I will also push you. Some of you guys will come soon to support me during the live, to bring contents, to bring education, to bring value to the community. It will be good for you because you will have some audience and you will play the game. If you're watching me somehow, you want to be like me, at least a little bit. I will give you this opportunity. So instead of hiring gurus from everywhere, no, I will stop that, I think, because fuck them. I spent the 2 last weeks to try to speak with outsiders, big American influencers. Fuck them. They wasted my time, talking shit to me, giving the smile and telling me, wow, it's amazing, bro, what you're doing, your project, your community, we didn't know about you, but what you're doing, it's the best thing ever. No one is doing better. And the next week, most of them, they just ghost me like little bitches. They think they're a rock star just because they have an audience. They don't even earn 10% of what I do. Fuck them, and I love you. You're the guy I want to work with. You're the guy I want to push, and it will go, as always, it will come from inside. From inside, we will grow and take it all. The world is ours. And that's it. So let's welcome Pierre Edel. Michel is telling me, don't worry, we are not vampire. No, you're not vampire, but I have to manage my energy in a better way. I just have to promote you. I have to give you space. I'm taking too much space right now, and it's time for you guys. I'm gonna share. There will be a transition, of course. I will help you. I will hold your hand at the beginning when I will put you on stage, but it's coming. It's coming, and very soon, after 2 weeks. So, Pierre. I'm calling him. Here we go. Hi, Pierre.
Hi.
Hear something? Hi, I can hear you. And
I can hear
we can
you too.
even... Such a background. Look at that. You're so fancy with your tattoo on the hand, the mic, and the background. You have a green screen, or it's from Skype?
No, it's from Skype. My green screen is in Paris. And
Okay,
I
that
guess
looks
I
good
won't
anyway.
see it. Yep. Here we got the light.
Everything is good for me? You see me?
I see you. I hear you. Do you hear me?
I see you and I hear you so well. Right now,
Cool. Cool.
I'm crying tears of sperm because I'm so happy. It's the first time I
Wow.
think I have a guest who come up with a mic in the hand and
My
a good
pleasure.
light on the face. Thank you. Thank you. This is what I want. So, before you give a word, I will make your presentation by myself. Guys, the guy you see right now on screen, his name is Pierre, is a singer, French and Russian. And I will do the most easy thing. I will share a few videos with him. And the live show could crash just because the video are not mine and YouTube could, they have some bots. They could spot the video or running. And if it crashes, I will reboot the live. I will make another live on the very same channel. So if it crashes, just wait a minute, a new live will start and we will be back and we will not play the same video. And hopefully we can see a few little videos without crash.
Sure.
So here we go with this first video. Not this one, this one. Look at that. The video got already 13 million views. So somehow you're a huge star, Pierre. To make 13 million views on a video is a very big deal. Even with my most successful porn, I did 5 or 6 millions. And with porn, it's easier to make views than music. So 13 million views, wow. Just wow.
Indeed.
And, let's listen. This video is Wall Lota. Here we go. No way. There's no sound. Why? It's fucked up. Ah, no, it's coming. It was just calm. No way. My setup is fucked up. I don't have sound.
Oh,
I
shit.
don't have a fucking sound.
You don't have the sound from the...
No, it's in my stream system. Give me a second. I will reboot. You stay online with
Sure.
me, guys. You stay online. I will be back after a minute, and we'll give another try. And if it doesn't work, you will have to believe me when I say that he's singing good. I will give you the link so you can listen a little bit. Basically, you know what? I will put the link right now in the live. So while you're waiting, you can listen at the beginning and then come back on the live. Like that, you know what he's doing. And during this time, I reboot and I will try to stream that again. See you in 1 second.
See you in a second.
So we are back online. Guys, don't go away. It works. Now you can hear the sound. I put back the video and at what point we'll put the video from this point. Yes. Cool. Here we go.
Whoa!
Okay, I'll stop here before the live show crash again. But yeah, the performance is good, the voice is good, the audience like it, and there is one guy from the jury who's already jumping and throwing his jacket away. But that's not my favorite video. My favorite video is coming. It's the one where you sing in Russian, of course. But I want to see that you don't only do a TV show. You can produce yourself alone, and you can go like here. It's a concert in Moscow, I think. Yeah, live in Moscow 2018. I will put a chant part, and I like it. Looks very good. So obviously, your I don't know how to say repertoire in English.
A repertoire.
A
Actually.
repertoire. So
Yes.
it's very rock and roll, but sometimes you perform different styles. And here is the favorite song I found. I listened 10 of your music, I would say. And the one I liked very much was, I don't know the name, because it's in a long video, 38 minutes, where you have many songs. It's one in Russian.
Okay.
I don't know the name, but I love it, so I will put it.
Я об одном молю, как судьбу мою не испить мне чашу эту, горечь яда душу жалит. Дай мне силы, чтоб я снова стал таким, каким ты хочешь. Я лишь добра хотел. Жаль, что не сумел оправдать твои надежды. На 3 года стоит жизни. Разве смог бы кто-нибудь другой проделать этот путь?
Boom, so good. Kind of music I would put for romantic time with my lovely girls. So yeah, I'm very impressed. It's extremely professional, and I see you got a big success with that. Again, some millions of views. Congratulations, amazing work.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a journey through hell while I was trying to build up a career in France. And as soon as I moved to the Eastern countries, well, you know, it just made it for me. And in 2014, 2015, 2016, I made more gigs and more music than ever in my life before. Like in 10 years in France, I did almost nothing, almost nothing. And in a couple of years in Moscow and Ukraine and Belarus, I just became a real professional. And this is the kind of difference that I see between the West and the East. That's just one kind of business that works here. I mean, I'm in Moscow right now. Everything works. You don't have to wear a fucking mask. Everything's open. I just made a gig yesterday. So yes, there is a crisis. Yes, we don't get paid as much as a couple of years before, but it's way better than in France. Way better than in France. So, yeah.
Land of opportunity. People
Indeed.
don't always see it, but Russia is a golden land of opportunities. The propaganda gives the exact opposite message. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Liars.
Yeah.
Such a liars. I was a street performer, I was making such a small money. I used my talent here, and look at what I became. Now I make millions. It's a land of opportunity. So, let's start for a presentation about you. First, who are you? What's your name?
My name is Pierre Anatole Michel Edel, and I was born in Paris in 1987. And my mother is from Moscow. My father is the son of Jewish refugees. His mother is from Kiev. His father is from Österreich, Autriche, from Vienna. So basically, I have absolutely 0% French blood. But of course, I was born and raised in France, and I love my country and my hometown. But I always felt as French as Russian.
And to
Both.
be Jew didn't help you to succeed in France? The show business is very much Jewish, no? There's no community you could join because of that?
It seems like it seems like it's not enough. I don't know. I would not really how would I
What
say,
is
I wouldn't.
what is this world where to be Jew is not enough?
Yeah. Maybe I'm not Jew enough. But no, it's in France. There's really kind of this ceiling above which you cannot go. You can be a nice, beautiful girl. You can be a whatever. You can be pretty. You can be smart. You can be strong. You can be intelligent. But it's just not enough. And I don't know what it takes to make it in France. Because
I can tell you what it takes.
Yeah.
It's a very specific system. The caste system
Exactly.
built in the way it's built in France is very specific. People don't get it, even French. They don't get how it works. And there is a limit. And to be Jew is not enough.
Yeah. I mean,
You need to be part of the right community and
Yeah.
to have a good level and good connection in a specific industry where you want to perform. And here, okay, you can be promoted. Of course, you will serve the community you're part from.
Yeah.
But if you're not, if you count only on talent,
yeah.
no, it's not enough. It's not
not
enough,
enough.
clearly.
Yeah. So it's not a.
But
France
anyway,
is not a meritocracy at all. It's not a meritocracy at all.
so there's no point to develop that. There's no one here who wants to stay in this shithole. The main question for me is, where do you live now?
I live in Moscow. I've been flying to Moscow since I was born, basically. So I've always known Moscow, but I really decided consciously to move to Moscow in 2009 when I got fed up with the so-called show business in France, if there is such a thing. And I started working here. Then, I moved a lot. I lived in London. I lived in India. I went to California, to New Zealand, etc., blah, blah, blah. I went to all kinds of places in Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, but mainly I started living in Moscow. I divorced from my first wife. We had a kid. I had to come back to Paris in 2017, which was a huge source of anguish and disappointment for me. And 1 month ago, finally, I could come back to Moscow. And I feel such a relief. Man, it's just like coming back to where it all really started. So I had a taste of coming back to Paris after having this huge success. Well, huge for me. For me, it was really big. And after all of this craziness, coming back to Paris was like, coming back to being Mr. Nobody. So no money, no credit, no, I would say no self-esteem anymore. I used to be recognized in the streets here in Moscow and Kiev and Minsk and Ekaterinburg and Irkutsk, etc. In Paris, I was Mr. Nobody. So
Not only that,
it was tough. Yeah, it was tough.
the atmosphere, very different. The opportunity, the hope, there's nothing. There's nothing at all.
Sure.
I can imagine. I have a few stories where I came back to France too, because sometime a while ago I had to, just to make my visa, to renew it, for example.
Yeah.
And I remember myself coming back to Eastern Europe and to kiss the ground. Coming back to the motherland and to kiss the ground. And I'm not even from there. Just living few years there and starting to adjust to it and to get the Russian soul or the Slavic soul and physically kissing the ground with love.
Yeah. And I know what you mean, because the first thing that happened to me when first of all, our Prime Minister Castex, in France, announced that the borders will be closed for everyone. And this was on the 30th, I believe, 30th of January.
Yeah,
and
I shared the video during the live show, you remember, maybe.
And sure, and we were supposed to leave on the 1st of February. So we started sweating, man, and just
Yeah, but
fearing
man,
for
you
our
just go by
lives.
your car at this point.
Yeah, well, we would have.
Sure.
But a friend of ours from Russia told us you have to download this attestation or whatever, this
Certificate, yeah.
administrative. Yeah, and we did it, but the guy at the border, he barely let us go. He barely let us go. And so first thing that happened when we landed in
So they try
Moscow,
to block you at the frontier, yeah?
they
France try
tried
to
to.
keep you inside.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Fuck
And
them.
I saw many guys having to stay in France.
Blocked.
There was
So
there
you,
was
you
one.
could pass, but they couldn't.
No, and I mean it was absolutely arbitrary. It was absolute. I mean there was a Russian girl. They didn't let her go, and she was from Russia. You know, so it was terrifying. And
This
first
country
thing
is
that
nuts,
happens when I land in Moscow, I show my passport on the border, and they look at it and they're like, "Oh, but you're Pierre. Are you coming here for a show or what?" And so the guy recognizes me, and I'm like, "Wow, I'm back home, man." Because not because of the ego thing, like I'm important or whatever, but because I feel like people want to work with me, and I can be useful here. People want to come to my shows, want to work with me. That's why I'm happy about it. You know,
There's a
nobody.
deep feeling. You know,
Yeah.
the feeling is simple. It's called life. The feeling that
Yeah.
the place is still alive. People are not dead on a global level. They want to live. This feeling of life, it's everything. It's just like when you see kids running and laughing. That's it. You feel already good. This is life. And when you see fucked up people doing very self-destructive action, thinking in a way was already brainwashed, that's not life. This is self-destruction. They are dying. They're already dead. They don't know it. So that's huge. And this is this is what you felt, I guess, when you came back.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And it's only been a month, and I feel like like you said, I've been feeling life for real during this month more than I've ever been in 3 or 4 years in Paris.
Sure.
And it's crazy because I mean Paris is a beautiful city. It's more than beautiful. It's immense. But look what we've turned it into, you know.
Yeah, there's no more population, just stones. Beautiful architecture filled
Yeah.
with monkeys and zombies.
Exactly. Yeah. Architecture and history, that's all that's left.
So today we'll talk about your story, and I will introduce it so people can understand. You have a very, very story that I will call From Loser to Russian Patriot. A few years ago, you went on a French media, little cultural show. It's called Vive l'Europe, I think, with Daniel Conversano. Is a French hippie who like to speak about French culture. And so this sweet boy was giving you an interview, and you said a lot of negative things about Russia. And now you change your mind. You think something very positive about Russia, and you're even back to Russia. You live in Russia and you're very happy. And I want to understand. What happened. How did you change your mind so much from this hater who didn't like Russia for a list of reasons that made sense for you at this time? What happened? How could you change? So first, you can tell us in a summary, what did you think about Russia at this time?
Yeah. I didn't hate Russia, of course, being Russian myself, although this is not, I mean, some people hate their own country. That's what we see in France, for instance. So I didn't feel any hate, really, but first of all, I was in this very deep state of depression, and I was feeling very cynical about the world and about life. Because I've lost everything. I've lost my status. I've lost, my career, my job. I've lost my marriage. You know, I didn't live with my daughter anymore. My first wife was Russian, by the way. So is my second wife. And I basically lost everything. And I've also lost my faith in God. I still believe. I'm still a spiritual person, but I was really like extremely religious. And at some point, this thing collapsed also. I was in a Hindu cult, but that's another story. And so being in this state of cynical approach and depression, I thought, and being alone, so that was in 2018, I thought, man, I want to speak up. I want to speak up. I want to talk to people. I want to say something, whatever. I want to shout out to the world, you know. And I guess I have a big amount of respect towards Daniel Conversano. He's a very brave, courageous man. I don't always agree with everything he says, but I really respect him a lot. And so I contacted him and I said, like, let's have a chat. And well, there's a big part of the alt-right. We don't call it the alt-right in France. We call it, I don't know what, les droitards, whatever. People from the right wing and on the internet. And lots of these guys, they idealize Russia. Like, the government is 100% like what we need in France. We need a French Putin, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. And I thought, man, these guys, they just don't understand what they're talking about. And I should have come there on this show and say, everything is not perfect in Russia, just like everything is not perfect anywhere. But you guys should, watch out for what you wish. I mean, it will never work in France the way it works in another country. Putin might be the best thing for Russia right now. I don't know, maybe. But the French history is not Russian history. French people are not Russian people. The country, France, is not the country, Russia. It's two totally different worlds. And but being in this absolutely deluded state of mind, I came down on this show and I just bashed everything I could out of modern Russia. Politically, socially, intellectually. And anyway, we put this stuff online. And I went on a tour in Germany. And a week later, I received threats. I mean, I received real threats. Not only towards me, but towards, people I knew. And long story short, I had to ask Danny to take the video away. And, well, of course, that gave birth to a whole, I'd say, a whole lot of feelings and questioning myself. And it took me about 2 years to realize, actually, that I was just like a kid looking for the El Dorado, a perfect place, and maybe unobtainable perfection, and looking for perfection, for absolute perfection, believing that it actually exists, might be dangerous, might be really dangerous. So we can work towards perfection, but it's not of this world. And so at some point I realized, man, some things suck here in Russia. Some things suck in France. Now, the freedom that you have, meaning me today, is you can choose whatever sucky things you want to cope with, even either the Russian shit or the French shit. This is called freedom. And Nietzsche would argue that, okay, you want freedom, but are you worth being free? And that's the question I asked myself. Am I worth taking the decision of choosing what problems I want to cope with? And so at some point I realized, thank God I can choose, and I got to stop being a little kid asking for perfection all of the time and just being realistic. I'm a father. I have a daughter. She'll be 9 years old this year, and I gotta, I gotta pull my stuff and just take the good decision. And I had a good look at what happens in France, a good look at what happens in Moscow. I can't really say the whole of Russia because Moscow is not Russia, just like Paris is not France. You know what I mean? And I thought, yeah, the best place for me to be today in 2021 is definitely Moscow. And I've always had a strange relationship between Paris and Moscow. I've always loved and hated both of them because I could never have both of them. It's just like asking you, who do you prefer, your father or your mother? What do you prefer, your left arm or your right arm? It's just a question you can't answer. So I guess I'll always miss my the French part of my soul when I'm here, and I've always missed the Russian part of my soul when I was there. But right now, right here, today, in our world, in our society, right now, for people like me, I'm not saying it's the fine answer for everyone, but for someone like me, it's Moscow. Definitely, it's Moscow.
Few reaction I will have. The first one is your reaction is not usual. Most of the people, when they get threatened, as you was, for saying out loud what they think, what negative vision they have about a power as a Russian power, they will enforce their position. They will hate even more Russia. They will think even more, oh yeah, that's the proof. I was right. These guys are the bad guys. But somehow, even through the violence and the pain of the threat, you could question yourself, you could forgive somehow, and you could even change your mind. And I don't see submission in the way you did. You came back with love. You don't come back as a victim.
Not at all, because I hate victimization. I hate the idea that someone could, not see that everything that happens in your life, the good thing, the bad thing, the worst thing, the best thing, it all comes down to who you are and what you did. And the problem in our society nowadays is that we are all the victims of someone, especially in France. This is our culture. This is what we were born with and raised with. And I remember being a kid and being a teenager and always thinking that, there's something strange about it because I was born in 1987 and someone told me that I'm a victim of something that happened in 1939, and
Yeah, because of your Jewish blood.
well, Jewish and Russian also, because we come from a white family. So the Reds took everything from us.
For the ones who don't understand, the white was royalist. They were with the Tsar, with the king, and the red were the communists. And of course, there is a period where communist was extremely dominant in Russia for 40, 50, 70 years, I don't know. It was bloody. It was fucking
Of course,
bloody. We were speaking
of course.
about 40 to 60 million people killed.
Yeah.
Killed or died by malnutrition or by some shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
huge, very huge.
Huge, of course. Lenin and Stalin made way more deaths than
the Second World
than
War.
than the Hitler. Yeah. So yeah, I've heard these stories from my mother, from my father.
But still, I'm sorry. It's interesting what you're talking
Yeah.
about, but it doesn't explain me what part of your mental structure allow you in a situation where you receive aggression to
Yeah.
answer with self-improvement, to question yourself on it instead of resist. You didn't resist. Or maybe
Yeah.
at the very beginning you mentally resisted, but
Yeah.
then through the pain you could see the light still.
Yeah, because I was thinking, if I got this, well, first of all, I have this thing in my head that says, don't be a victim. Okay, so if you're not a victim, then this stuff comes from somewhere. It doesn't come from the fact that you're a victim. They didn't do this because you're Jewish or black or gay or whatever. And so I thought they did this because of my actions. So what did I do wrong, to deserve this? So I started analyzing it. And I thought, man, I became a star in Russia. I'm not Michael Jackson, of course, but on my level, it's huge. I went from playing in the fucking French metro, the stinky, horrible metro for like five euros a day, to actually being paid like 2,000 euros for just singing a song, and living in the best hotels and getting in the best restaurants and all that stuff, So Russia loved me. The Russian people love me. And I'm not talking about Russia only. It was Ukraine, it was Belarus, it was all the little stans like, Azerbaijan and Armenia and etc. So the whole ex-USSR bloc. And I thought, what the fuck am I doing? Am I criticizing the government? What for? Am I criticizing a whole system? What for? Am I criticizing the people for trusting the government? Well, what are we doing in France? Is the French government, enough for me? Is it cool for me what they're doing? Crushing down our history, spitting on our history, destroying our culture, hating France, actually, what France has always been standing for. And so I thought, actually, maybe I'm still just a little teenager somewhere in my mind, and I'm still looking for this El Dorado, where everything would be perfect. And I thought this is not a good mentality. This is not how the world works. So I thought, give it some time. Anyway, I had to wait for a couple of years minimum to come back here for various administrative boring reasons. And at some point I thought, these were threats. Okay, we took back the video. Everything is cool. I'm not a political dissident. I can come back. No problem. So why not give it a try? I started coming back. No problems. No problems at all. So I thought, man, this was my mistake, but I learned something. So now, coming back here for a whole month, I can see I'm back in my family. I'm back in my place. That's my home. That's the place I belong. Although I was not born here, I wasn't raised up here, but I belong here. So, and actually I have a big amount of respect for those who can defend themselves. France does not defend itself. Russia defends itself against anyone, even a little teeny tiny, person like me. Great. France doesn't even defend itself against terrorism. So what are we talking about? You will respect someone who defends himself. You will never respect someone who does not defend himself. That's just, it's obvious, So something just clicked in my head at some point, and I thought, man, okay, grow up. You made a mistake. We all make mistakes. We all have to grow up. We all have to, we have our own path with experiences, good and bad experiences. That was it was an okay experience. So I grew up, and here I am today, and I'm happy to be here. Although it's -10, and it's cold. It's freezing cold. But at least, since it's freezing cold, no parasites. Am I talking about little parasites or bigger parasites? Who knows?
Funny story. Just before having the live show, I was on Skype with 2 Russian friends working in development, IT. They're good guys, powerful guys, very smart guys, business and IT development. And before the live show, they were curious because they know about it. They know about DBL, and they asked me what will be the topic of the show. And I told them about you. I told them your story. I told them you were on a French show saying some shit about Russia, and then you changed your mind, and finally you came to Russia. They were laughing so much. When I explained that you received threat to them, they were, that's the point was they laughed. They were like, of course. And they had no shame. It was like, normal, it's good. and it's fine. And they understood that you change your mind, because they know you have some Russian blood, you have some Russian experience, and they understood that you come back on the good way. For them, it was a beautiful story, but everything obvious, they were not surprised. So they will see the show, by the way. And at one point you will meet them probably, because, you know, they're from here. The conclusion is, don't miss too much the French, because the good ones are coming. Right now, Russian borders are closed, of course, but as soon as it will open, and hopefully this summer, I don't know yet, but I'm hoping for it, a big part of the community will join us in Russia. So you'll meet more guys. You already have some members of DBL around you in DBL, in Moscow.
Yeah.
How many are you?
Yeah. We're about 20. I met physically a couple of them. We had a crazy night, like really crazy, 9 hours. It started in a cigar bar, and it ended up, I won't tell it here, but it was it was a lot of fun. And we're still in touch, and we're talking about cryptocurrencies and investments and all kinds of stuff. And they're really smart guys. We're talking about going to a boxing club together. I have a nice coach here, boxing coach, and these guys also. So
Great.
really just interesting people, really interesting people. You know. So it was nice meeting them. I really think we live in a world where we have to stick together. We have to be strong together. We have to be a community. That's what you say. That's what you always say, and I totally agree with you. And we have to get over the ideological era. There's a very interesting book by French writer Georges Bernanos. He wrote it in 1947, just right after the Second World War. And in this book, he says, the ideological era is over. You think Moscow and New York are in a state of Cold War? You don't understand anything. Moscow, New York, London, everybody wants money. That's all. He was saying this 70 years ago. Can you imagine? So, you know, when 3 or 4 years ago, I still thought we were in the ideological era of history, but it's over, and it's been over since at least the Second World War. So we have to get over that and stop being played with by various political or meta-political instances, and just, you know, protect ourselves, get into a good community, and of course, stay strong, you know, and make good money.
I'm waiting for the moment the border will open. I will come to pay you a visit, for you and the community in Moscow.
Sure, please do.
Yeah, it will be my big pleasure. I miss Russia. And thank you so much to be my guest today. Next time, we'll talk about your project, your teaching language, your teaching Russian.
Yeah.
We already have Russian teachers in DBL, but we're a capitalist community, and competition is very welcome. It brings higher quality. So we're not afraid about it. We fight with excellence. We bring higher quality, and the best will be the winner. Of course, everyone has some particularities, so there is still space on the market for few actors, but not for everyone. Let's be clear. Resources are limited, so we need to be the best. Thank you again. It was great, and now I will call the next guest.
Okay, Jean-Marc. See you.
See you, Pierre. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye. It's so nice to receive a guest who speaks so well in English. I hope you can still listen to me, because between guests, sometimes the live freeze. Please let me know in comment if there was a freeze in the sound during the transition, or if it's all right, because I can't see it from my control center, let's say. And let's see about the comments. Okay, nice comments. Thank you, Pierre. Logan say bye-bye, Pierre. Thérèse, see you, Pierre. MV, thank you, very interesting. Charlie, cheers, Pierre. Gio, 515, no freeze at all. Cool. Yeah, very nice guest. What he's saying is very interesting. I love that, to listen a guy who thought he was a Russian dissident, spitting on Russia, disrespecting Russia, and then changing his mind and to understand, wow, I was full of shit, Russia is great, and coming back to Russia and to understand, yes, okay, no, it's actually great. Woof. I was right the second time. Yeah, it was. And it happens to a lot of Russian. It's a common story. So many Russian people are not aware to live in the best country of the world and to be the best people of the world. They don't get it. They need to travel. They need to experience something else. They need to compare. And then at one point, they come back and they get it. They come back and they stay in Russia, the best country of the world. Right now, I will welcome the CTO of Tugan, a very, very professional guy, a senior, big business experience. I'm very proud because he comes from DBL. Silvio, which is our human resource director, is the one who found him and who offer his offer his job to. No, it's not the way to say it. Excuse me, my English is not perfect. But let's say that Silvio found him, and then the guy could work for Tugan. Tugan was searching for new managers. I'm about to call him now. Jean-Guillaume, and here we go. I go back for a talk. And I have a special offer for you today. It's about training, marketing training. Hello, Jean-Guillaume.
Hello, do you hear me?
I hear you. You look so corporate with the square glasses, with the sweatshirt and the shirt under the sweatshirt. You look just like in some cliche movies, Yeah. You look great. You can adjust the cam. Oh, perfect. Like this.
Yeah.
Very, very good. A few words before you start. The camp will be a physical camp. It's not an online marketing training program. It's a physical camp. People will be together on the same place and they will work in the same office. So before we start, please, Jean-Guillaume, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Jean-Guillaume. I'm 45 years old, so I'm senior. I'm married and have 4 children. I'm
Everyone
French.
speak about your Bill Gates style. Are you Bill Gates, cosplay?
Yes, okay. Maybe my glasses. So I'm French. I went to the university and I had a master degree in software development. I lived in Germany, so my accent in English is something between French and German. I think, it will be understandable.
Yeah.
I worked for about 6 years for the European Space Agency, developing quality control software for Earth observation data.
Class.
Satellite. Yeah. When I was 30, I had a cancer, which almost killed me in a few months. So it let me the time to think about what I really wanted and what really mattered in my life.
Why you was so young to have a cancer?
Yes, and I had two children this time.
And wow, so heavy. And are you fixed? Like, is it better now?
Oh yes, of course. It's I'm totally a new guy.
So you're out of danger, out of risk?
Yes, it's totally finished.
Cool.
It was it was a very dramatic cancer, but with a good chemotherapy, it was finished in only 2 months. So it was good. Yeah. So in 2007, I created my first company in telecoms. I started from scratch. I built everything by myself. Now it's still alive and run 2 data centers, like OVH, but without fire. No.
Fuck them, fuck them. I don't know how they did. It's in Toulouse. In Toulouse, they always have some factories that explode. Toulouse is a French city, for the one who don't know. They have explosion of factories. Now they have data center burning and monkeys everywhere. What the fuck was this city?
It was in Strasbourg.
Strasbourg?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for the confusion.
Yes, but
Thank you to fix it.
they also like sausage. No.
Okay.
So I also built a business in mobile app development. There was not really a fit to market. I burned around 500,000 euros on this. Thanks to it, I learned a lot of things. So it was quite an expensive courses,
Listen.
but yes, I learned from that. So as you already said, I met Tugan a while ago, thanks to Silvio and thanks to DBL. Tugan liked my structured way of doing business, as well as my experience in entrepreneurship.
And you're CEO for Tugan? What's your position?
Yes, I am now the CEO of Tugan companies, of all the companies.
Which is extremely stressful position, I guess.
Yes, but
You can
I'm
deal with
used
it?
to West, so it's not a problem for me.
A lot of people struggle to work in the Tugan condition. He asks for a lot. He's doing a lot also, like he has very high quality, and and he expects the best from the people. Even to be his business partner, as I am. I'm not his employee, but I'm one of his partner, and I'm associate with him on FrogTech. It's challenging. It's very challenging, but it's great. I'm learning a lot from him, and I hope that stress generated from Tugan will not bring you another cancer.
I hope so too. Yes, of course, we've got a high level of exigence. For instance, with copywriting, one word is each word is very specific, and yes, each point and each each way of writing that it means something. Each word means everything.
I guess he's the best copywriter in France.
Yes.
So of course he's not messing around with the topic.
Oh. So in this company, we experiment several kind of management methods and ways of carrying out our projects. We've got a lot of projects, and maybe each project it's almost 1 million euro per year. So we've got a lot of them.
So, from what I understood, you want to organize a camp, a physical camp, where guys will come for 3 months, and the goal is not only to teach guys, but it's to understand who is competent or not, and to keep the ones who are doing the good job, and to hire them, to make them work for you, right?
Yes, it is. I suggested to Tugan to let me create a kind of marketing underground bootcamp, whose goal will be to train and possibly hire people with skills in the field of our online business. This is the first bootcamp, and this is the first one. And I set the minimal price to just cover the office supplies. It is only 200 euro per month, so just 600 euro for the 3 months. We've got a lot of requests. Sorry, very cheap.
Extremely cheap. How you can make it on a commercial level? The goal is only to find profiles, or like why is it so cheap?
Yes. It's not to make money on the participants. It's really to find good profiles.
In the chat, they ask, is it a kind of piscine like Xavier Niel? Piscine was a project where he did similar thing. He teach people to hire them.
Yes, it is maybe something like that. It is. We will alternate, and yes, we will work from Monday to Sunday, like in the BL community. We will alternate 4 things: marketing underground courses with selected replays of all the marketing underground lives.
I'm not sure everyone understands when you say we will work from Monday to Sunday as DBL community. In our community, we work 7 days a week.
Yes.
We find a balance inside the day. We don't take weekends. We consider that it's a slave stuff. Weekends is when you want to take a break from what you do, but when you do what you love and you do it good, you don't stop. You don't want to stop. I don't. So they will work 7 days a week, right?
Yes. It will be very intensive.
Like in my company, and Tugan company is working the same. He give weekends to his employees or not?
Yes, I would. I want that because I think that we need at least 1 day per week, generally on Sunday.
In my
to,
company, I don't like all my workers. They just work like me. It's a condition. If I think a year ago, a guy told me about Sunday or something like this, he was fired. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking with this shit. I don't want to hear about holidays, about weekends. It's we're doing serious business. I don't want tourists.
Yes, but we know, with children, for instance, Sunday it's a good day on the week to meet them.
I have my
So-
vision of that. I consider it's possible to organize this Power Day. Power Day. This is what I teach. I think I'll see my children more than anyone else. With the Power Day, you finish your day around 10 a.m. basically. If you manage it good, for real, around 10 a.m., you're kind of done. From 10 to 11, you learn, because you still have to learn languages, technologies, whatever. You read a book. 11, you go to sport. So, of course, to be done at 10, you wake up at 5:30. Fine. It's okay. You come back from sport around 12, 12:30. You eat. Then you have your phone call. You receive the trigger from the outside world, and you give back some energy, or you let them feed you with energy, and you just answer to the requests. And you're back home around 3 or 4. And here you have time with your kids and your family every day. And some days in the week, I would say 2 or 3, you finish even earlier, just after the lunch. It's fine. You don't have so much call to do. You come back earlier, and at 1 or 2, you go for lunch with your family. So I think as soon as I have kids, I could already do that 2 or 3 times a week. I could spend my lunch and the full afternoon with family, to have a specific training program for my kids where I will teach them, and a specific time with my wife, a romantic meeting per week. So I will see my kids. I don't need a weekend to finally be free. Thanks, boss. Thanks, life, that I can be free once a week to see my kids. No, I see my kids every day.
Yeah.
That's my vision.
Yes. Yes, but in Tugan company we are hard worker from Monday to Saturday. Saturday is the beginning. Yes, we are slowly, and then Sunday we manage to yes, we also work, but we manage to do a little less. So
There's a funny comment in the chat. Alex says, if I could work 8 days a week, I would.
yes, that's great. So regarding the bootcamp, we will alternate. We will manage to have online courses with marketing undergrowth. Something like marketing underground courses. We will select some specific lives on the marketing underground course. And I think that we'll manage also some private lives with Tugan, specifically for the student.
Give them, of course, professional communication. It's one of the course from me, which is on the member space of Tugan. This course will be the surviving toolkit.
Yeah.
Because if they fuck up with communication inside the company of Tugan, I know how it will end up.
Yes, we will see we will approach the business skills like the basis of the accounting, the project management, the reporting, and also identifying project and business KPI in order to manage a real project.
For the ones who don't know, KPI, it means KPI. I think we say KPI. K something indicator is the numbers. K what?
Yes, it's the indicators of the project. For instance, our
key project indicators.
Yes, I think I forgot.
These are the main number. It's to see what's your conversion ratio. This kind of stuff, like obviously how many money you did, how many money you spend, how many percentage of conversion. That's the important numbers. And until you have this number, you don't understand what you do.
Yes, we will.
Sylvain wrote key performance indicator. Key performance
yes, okay.
indicator.
Yes, it's not only for the money. It's also for the time you spend on each task and so on. So we will also approach the technical skills like funnel building, the use of email automation software, and also API automation. Then I don't forget the health. Yes, it's a main part also of our life. So we've got a specific coach, and we will do boxing and running in order to to have a full coverage of the students.
When does it start?
When? The 1st April.
It's very soon.
Yes.
So you want people, you told me by the phone that you made it so soon because you see in France a lot of people are just blocked by the situation, by the COVID, and they want as soon as possible a good opportunity, a good thing to start. You didn't want it to wait too long. You will do it again later, but you wanted to start the first edition right now in order to give satisfaction to the people waiting for it. And here the opportunity is to come for 3 months to find a place around the camp, and then every day to work on the camp in the office with the other guys. And at the end, if they did good, to get a job. And to be honest, not only in Tugan's company, I'm searching for employees too, as you know, and I would be interested to give a look to your profiles at the end. I understand Tugan will have a first look because he's the one organizing the camp, but maybe there will be some extra guys, and I could be interested too.
Yes, and I also want to increase the skills of the DBL community members. So it is not just for Tugan company. It's for all the community, to all the community. It's not only for
I
us.
appreciate. And if you remember, I didn't want to organize any physical event in France because I don't want people to build a community in France. First, because it's dangerous. Second, I don't want them to start to feel okay. I don't want them to release the pain. I do not want to be a painkiller. I want them to feel it, to be aware of the situation and to get the fuck out as soon as possible. But what you organize is not a community activity. No, it's just a marketing camp. And that's good.
Yes, it's not a party.
That's good. Yeah. I'm very fine for people to join each other around a teacher, to work, to do marketing, to work in order to make money and to get the fuck out. Especially because they will get jobs which are online job, and they will be fully free to live where they want in the world. So for this, I'm supporting. That's the only a local thing in France that I could support, and I fully support.
And by the way, we've got also Tugan companies in Tallinn, so we will also hire there.
My company is there too.
Yeah,
as you know.
So yes, this is obviously not a summer camp. We don't make starting. We don't waste our time, and the not motivated participants will be fired.
Okay, during the camp, like get the fuck out.
Yes, fired. Yes. If someone is doing nothing or making shit, he's fired on the camp.
Yeah, if you bring confusion, if he's lazy, if he's useless, you don't give a shit about this €200. I get it. Right now I'm sharing the screen and I will read the topic. In the description of the video, you see if you scroll down under the video, you have many links, and one of them, Tugan open a marketing underground immersion camp in order to boost your discipline and professional skills during an immersion in one of Tugan's companies. The best of you would be hired in Tugan's company. And here is the topic. If you click on the link, marketing underground immersion camp. You got the objective, the content, a typical day from Monday to Friday. Oh, it changed. It's not to Sunday. What happened?
Yes, because we've got a 2-day specific program for Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, I see. Yeah, later there is the Sunday plan. Okay, I see. Then the price is nothing, €200 per month. I'm not sure people understand what's the usual price for such a physical camp.
The
few thousand euros.
the price for the next station will be between 6 and 9,000 euros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The very minimum for such a camp would be 2,000 euro. And that would be with shitty expectation. You don't expect much from that. To work in a company which is leader in marketing in the country for 200 euro, it's just a ticket, you know, it's just a filter to not have anyone who come just as a tourist. Because even if it's small money, if you're a tourist, you don't want to pay even 1 euro.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even cover the price of your time.
No, but it's also an investment for us. We'll see.
I'm waiting for the next time. Take more money so I can take my person, because here, what can I ask? What I ask is employees. I want good workers. That's very precious. That's difficult to find. But yeah, I will promote it for the real price too. And here I will take some cash from it. But it's worth money. That's a real opportunity. I know not everyone will be ready to take it, because some people just have a family, they have already some plans for the next months. Not everyone is fully free to move and to join it. And many people also, they're just pussies. They won't do it. They have nothing to do. They're not planning anything serious. They will not do it because they don't do anything. It's like that. It's life. Not everyone is taking action. And some people maybe have different way of doing it. But honestly, compared to two situations, the ones being at home and just following some marketing training program in order to learn, and the ones who will come in a physical camp with a guy like you, a 45 years old CEO from the #1 marketing company in France, with such background experience, directly teaching them, being physically present in the room. You know, this physical presence is everything. For teaching, you need to connect with the masters and to be with the brothers who are also on this way, who are sharing the advices, the energy, the hope. It changes everything. It's just 5 times more efficient, minimum.
Yeah.
So I wish them to come. That's it for me.
Come, guys. And we've got already 3 candidates.
When does it close? What's the maximum?
Oh, I think that the maximum will be the 25 of March.
Okay. Now, 25 is the date, or I'm speaking about the number of participants.
Okay. Maybe between 10 and 20 participants.
Okay, it's very small. I ask you to take in priority people who are already in Tugan groups or in DBL
Yes.
community, of course, and to consider the tourist after, because today we are making a public show, so you could receive some requests from people outside of the community. Of course, they can join, but they come after us always.
Yes, of course.
Good. Thank you so much. I'm very proud to have one guy of my community who could achieve such a high position in Tugan's corporation. It really makes me happy. I worked hard on that.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well done.
See you.
So I'm back with you guys, and if you didn't understood, Silvio, his job is to find the good profiles in the community and to get good jobs for you. This is what we are. DBL, we're not only businessmen making our own companies. Some of us, we want to be freelance, or we want to be employees in companies that already exist. And that's our job. We connect employees and employers. You can see it. I will show you again the DBL shop. And here, Jean-Guillaume is one of my biggest success, or one of the DBL biggest success about the professional catalog, because this guy has the best or the highest qualified job we ever took in the DBL catalog. Look, it's where is it? Business, consult mission, find your freelancer, become a freelancer, professional chanter. So that's here. When you want, for example, you're a boss, you have a company and you want to find an employee or a freelancer, you click here. Then you have a block for text. You just write what you need. And we have a list, a catalog of employees. We have profiles. And we will offer you, within a few days, a list of profiles for your company. And if you're searching for a job, become a freelancer, you click on it, you write about your qualification, you tell us what you can do, what kind of job you're searching, and as soon as we have an opportunity for you, of course, we will do our best to give you a position. Let's go for the DBL news. But first, I will check the chat. I'm just curious to see the reaction. Not so much. Okay, I see the chat is speaking about Guillaume, Jean-Guillaume, and about the topic, but not so much reaction, just talking. Okay, let's go for the news. I'll share the screen again so you can see it. Once again, I will repeat for the new generation. Here is a summary of how to use the forum. Okay, if you click on this link for DBL members only, here are all the information you need to know to be comfortable on the forum. The summary, the rules, you have to follow them, otherwise you will be blocked. Even if you pay your abonnement, it's not about money, it's about attitude. Organization, resources, working group, contribution, etc. So if you didn't take a look, you need it. You need it in order to talk on the forum, to talk on the chat, and the forum is full of very valuable informations. Let's talk about influencers. I will repeat what I said the last week. If you want to work with influencer, or if you have contacts of influencer, write an email to silvio@jmcorda.com. We will develop our influencer catalog. It's a very interesting way to promote our activities. Gurus. I'm searching for gurus. I said it at the very beginning of the show. For now, I'm the supreme leader of DBL. Yeah, great. But you know what? It's a lot of energy to be here every weekend to give you lessons. Last year, I did that. Every week I came with a lesson. Yeah? And this year, no. I can't do that again. I wish I would. And I will. I will come back maybe once a month with a lesson. Not only with guests and interview. No. I wish to come back with lesson. I will do it in English. I want to do that. But in order to do that, I need time to prepare my lessons. So I need to have some other gurus who support me. 1 week, one guru. 1 week, another guru. And after a period, you will choose which ones you love the most. And I'll give you the best ones. I'll give you the one you choose. So what you can do already is, if you're a teacher, especially if you have experience and if you already have your online product, because of course, the live show will be a way for you to promote your product and your activity and to gain some authority plus experience. If you have that, contact, again, the same email, silvio@jmcorda.com, and obviously you need to be part of DBL. I'm done helping the rest of the world. I'm done hoping for the rest of the world to understand us. Fuck it, now I work with my people. My guru have to be member of DBL community, just like Pierre, he will be welcome. I have some friends, a Russian friend with a Qigong teacher, he will come. He's a friend of mine for, I don't know, more than 7 years now, and he understands very well what we're doing on DBL. There are some of the guys from DBL who are already successful gurus by themselves on the side. They will join their force with us, okay? We will unite that to have more content, more educative content in DBL from great specialists. I'm not the one who should teach you about everything. I'm not a specialist. And let's go for the news of the week. OVH servers burned, as I said, so next live show will be public too, because I can't send you information by email about the live show. Expatriation. Stan wants to make an inventory of DBL members expatriate in Asia. How to say Asia? Yeah, Asia. Asia, Asia. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. You know what? So the trick. Lingui. Okay, how to say Asia in a good way. Let's learn together. Asia.
Asia, Asia, Asia,
Asia. Asia.
Asia, Asia, Asia.
Okay. So, it's always a great opportunity to learn. So we want an inventory of DBL members expatriated in Asia or members who are interested into expatriation to Asia. There is a topic, and it's working. I just remembered that some links are broken, and I will have to check. It's connected to OVH servers. Some links don't work today, but here the topic is working. So take a look. We have already some people in Indonesia, China. Yeah, we have someone in China. Guillaume is even working for me now. He's part of the company. Japan, we don't have anyone. I want people in Japan. Singapore, I don't know how to say, Thailand. Okay. Then the topic about Tugan's marketing camp. So the link is working too. Great. Family management. These topics made me very happy. I hope it's working. Jules, open the topic about how to manage a family. And on this topic, I will come to learn, to take notes, and once I will be father, I will come to bring value too. There are already some good answers on the topic, but it will be great if more DBL fathers could take part on it in order to give some advices. It will also be a good idea if DBL could make a course about raising a family properly. Very, very important topic. So if you're a guru, and if you teach people about how to raise a family and you already have great results about that, I'm very interested. Or maybe creating some more groups for DBL father or future fathers. Because this is what we are. Even the ones who are not father yet, as I am, I don't have kids yet, but I'm a future father. I'm waiting for it. I'm thinking about it all the time. And each one of you, it's our destiny to make kids. There's no way for me that a DBL member, that a brother from DBL don't want kids. That would be a nonsense. I would have to talk to the guy, and if at the end of the talk the guy still say, no, I will make my life and have no kids, never, I would say, go. you don't get it. It's not the main focus. We're not only thinking about family, speaking about family. No, we focus more about business, sure. But why do we do business? I mean, why do we earn money? And why do we want to be safe? In order to provide for our families. That's the goal. Here's the link, and it works. Good. So I invite you to join the talk. And I will take a look on this talk. Health. E. James opened a topic about how to break your coffee addiction. And I did. I'm not addicted to coffee anymore. And it's good. Coffee is not healthy. It brings you a big boost that's hard to control, and then you go down and you lose energy actually. Remember, caffeine is a drug. And too much caffeine is not healthy. I confirm, and I replaced it by theanine at one period. Theanine is not exactly theine. These are two different things. But theanine is more soft and go through the day. The boost is spread on a longer period. It's way easier to manage, and there is no crash down after the big boost. That's it for the live show, 1 hour 24. That's good. I prefer this kind of time. I need to save my energy. I will read comments if you have a last thing to say, and after we will say goodbye. I will take a rest. I need it. So about comments. I see Charlie and Cyrus speaking about that. Cyrus, I want 4 to 5 kids. Great. I want 3. Charlie, 7 is a good number. Okay. Leopold, personally 5 to 7. Oh, my brothers. Feel good. I feel good to think about your future kids. I wish you to have many of them, and I wish them to be healthy and strong. Very, very dominant kids. They will take this world. Logan, coffee is just nice before to go work out. Ah, yeah, coffee can be a pre-workout and a good one. It's true. But there is the after effect. Any pre-workout has an after effect, and this after effect bring you down, very down. Mathieu asked me, did you spoke about BTC taxes? Fuck this shit, you know, like just fuck this shit. Get out of France and forget about taxes. And in many countries there are no BTC taxes, or there are many ways to avoid dealing with this shit. I'm not here to promote. Now the only taxes I will promote is the DBL tax, okay? We create our own decentralized country. Of course, when we go in some countries, we will follow the rules because we assimilate. We don't come to conflict, you know. When you come to Russia, it's 13% taxes. Estonia, 20%. Georgia, I think it's 15 or 10. No, it's 10 in Bulgaria. In Georgia, it's quite low. So we pay the taxes, but about Bitcoin, I don't know if there is any taxes in this country. Michel asked me, what about Valek this week? I don't know, nothing about Valek. Nothing. Clément, is expatriation to Ukraine still a thing in the expatriation packs? We don't have anyone to organize it, but as soon as I will have a local section director in Ukraine, I think I have actually. Maybe Massiva. You know what? Go on the DBL shop and write about. For now, there is no DBL section in Ukraine. We just have few guys. It's not very well organized. The real DBL local section, Switzerland, 50 people, Estonia, 50 people, Bulgaria, around 25 people, and it's growing fast to Bulgaria. Georgia, few people, Ukraine, few people. Russia, in Moscow, around, I don't know, 10, 15 people. St. Petersburg, there's no one. But it will come. As soon as the border will open, we will have people in Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Sochi. Thierry, what about expatriation pack for Asian country? Ah, yeah, I'm saying it good, right? Asian countries. They will be soon. I think there is already. Guillaume is taking care about Indonesia. Mathieu, I am a web and AI developer, okay, and used to teach IT and project management lesson to people. Is that the kind of profile you're looking for to make live lessons? It could be. Yeah, it could be. It could be interesting to have a development training program during DBL live show, or at least some first steps, a way to show to the people what is it about and what does it take to become a developer, because it's a very interesting topic. If someone knows how to develop, he makes money. There is no poor good developers. There's a few topics like this where it's impossible to be talented and poor. Now, if you're talented in marketing, you make money. If you're talented in development, you make money. So yeah, Mathieu, send a request or an offer to Silvio, he will consider it. I'm interested. Ryan, I return to work. Goodbye to all my bros and goodbye. Goodbye, bro. Alex, Jem, I'm currently working on Switzerland. The country is good for money, but full of feminists. Yeah, so I plan to go to Eastern Europe. I understand. People are quite safe in Switzerland, but to be safe is not enough. We also want to have nice people around. I was thinking about Serbia. Do you know it? Yeah, we have a guy in Montenegro. It's not far away. So we consider Serbia. Naro, thanks for the show. Bye, bros. Okay, we'll stop here. I need a break. I need some rest. Love you guys. See you soon. Next live, I guess, will be in French. We will talk, I think, about NTF or NFT. NFT. These are artistic crypto projects. It's a funny thing. will be in French on my French YouTube channel. Love you. See you. Bye bye.